Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Four down, check, four down. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit! Hot!
Looking to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go! 188!
On first down, Johnson. And his first pass is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Johnson now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those winds that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And now running right through it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. To throw now on 1st down. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. going to get it running right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Johnson throwing to start the drive. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go! Blue 95! Blue 95!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the...
Get ready! Red 38! Red 38!
Here's Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Now Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll set up a throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Yeah, here come the Bills. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4 down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, hey, hey! We got 4.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man width.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Johnson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Johnson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What
it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Johnson now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik Jackson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Get ready. 188. 188. Check 26. Check 26.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Get ready. 188. 188.
Johnson operating from the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
4 down.
on second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll drop to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Twist. Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Here's a give to Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. Muscles him off. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Bills on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Let's go. Spread 38. Spread 38.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now a handoff looking right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back now in Buffalo. Here's Johnson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Tight is right. You got 4. You got 4. Check. Crunch.
Now Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing to start the drive. Johnson, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Well, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Back to throw. Johnson. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Johnson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Get ready. 188. 188.
And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
Johnson now looking to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
They get it to him running left. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Back to throw. Johnson. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills getting set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down. time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Bills on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bills on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
3 down.
They'll look to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road,